You guys know what I like to do this time of year, dust off the cobwebs. I used to do play-by-play broadcasting back in a previous life in my 20s, so why not do a little bit of that tonight? Welcome inside the channel. This is the Bobby Baltimore Show, and we're going to do a little bit of play-by-play. It's Ravens Colts, and it's literally underway right now. Cooper Rush, Ravens backup quarterback, was just intercepted. His first throw of the preseason, his first throw as a Baltimore Raven intended for Dayton Wade was picked off. So Jerry Sandusky and Rod Woodson have the call. I'll be listening to them. I'll be giving you play-by-play at the same time. And why don't I give you a visual for starters by sharing my screen and going to NFL Plus and NFL.com to give you a visual right here. Keaton Mitchell, that was earlier on. And off we go. Anthony Richardson, of course, and Daniel Jones in the middle of a quarterback competition. Malachi Starks, number 24, in action here tonight for the Ravens, the first rounder. And it's that night where you got to kind of refresh yourself on specific numbers. There's Brent Urban out there getting after it. TJ Tampa as well. There he is, 6'1", 203 pounds, first rounder out of Georgia. And while I know a lot of you are probably like, damn, I don't really want to see him in preseason play, he's a rookie. And given our Darius Washington's injury, they're going to need him, but they're also going to need him to get after it in preseason. As Jalen Armour Davis breaks up a pass by Anthony Richardson, and that forces Indianapolis to send its kicking team out there. So nice job by JAD there. Obviously, he is a 53-man roster bubble player. If you ask me, it's 4th and 7. 11 minutes and 56 seconds left here early in the first quarter. Now JAD goes and checks into special teams. And 4th and 7, it's going to be a long one here. Does it have the distance for the Colts? Yes, it does. You guys hear Jerry, right? 53 yards. And it's an early lead for the Indianapolis Colts. With that, I welcome you in. I'm glad you guys can be with me tonight. Let's go ahead and just shift things around here a little bit. This episode is brought to you by my friends at Circa Las Vegas Resort. And coming up in just a few short weeks from right now, at the end of August, is their ultimate contest weekend. And I look forward to, for the second time in 3 years, joining Circa for this contest weekend, hanging out at Circa Las Vegas Resort and Casino with my pal Jake Asman, who covers the Jets. And I look forward to that opportunity every single summer. Hope you guys will consider popping out there if you're on the West Coast, or learning more by clicking on the link that I have included in the show notes. And that's also right now a pinned comment in the live chat. There's a lot to watch, of course, tonight. No Lamar Jackson, no Derrick Henry, no Zay Flowers, no Rashad Bateman, no DeAndre Hopkins. I think we understand at this point how things go, right, when it comes to preseason football, and how John Harbaugh has shifted his mentality and approach to this time preseason based on recent years. We all remember several years ago when J.K. Dobbins, coming off his stellar rookie campaign, they played him, and he went and tore a bunch of stuff in his knee on FedEx Field turf, which obviously not a lot to love about that quality down at FedEx, down in Landover, Maryland. But you get it. And really ever since then, really ever since the injury-riddled 2021 season, where I know a lot of you guys still have scars about and because of, you saw a different approach from Harbaugh this time of year. So no stars, no headliners, so to speak, but there's plenty to play for, and there's plenty of players that have a lot to play for when it comes to 53-man roster projections, jockeying for positioning, and everything else that comes with this time of year, as these guys on the proverbial bubble, if you will, of the roster scratch and claw for an opportunity to make the 53-man roster. This game is being played at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, of course. It's the first of 3 preseason games. It looks like there's some decent attendance from this overhead view. After this, it'll be the 16th against the Dallas Cowboys at Dallas down in Texas. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. And then finally, as they always do against the Commanders, down in Landover this time, August 23rd. That is your 3-week preseason schedule for Baltimore. And then, of course, 1 month from tonight, it'll be Ravens Bills back at Highmark Stadium in Western New York for a rematch of that divisional round playoff game from this past January. Glad you guys can be with me. If you could on the way in, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell. Keaton Mitchell handling the returns. He's been very adamant about his overall health throughout this offseason, clocking at 20-plus miles an hour multiple times. And we know that he is nowhere near 2 years removed from his significant ACL tear. I don't think that'll be till December that it'll be 2 years removed. And as you kind of think about it, research the injury and research others who have come before him that have had that kind of significant setback, it typically takes a couple of years. And the fact that Keaton Mitchell is back, what a luxury for the Ravens. He's in Cooper Rush's backfield as we speak, and it's a handoff to him and a nice gain for number 34 on the left-hand sideline. There's Leonte Wester on that sideline as well, a day 3 pick out of Colorado. And if you were wondering who the offensive line is tonight, again, this is a preseason offensive line, and the combination is as follows. Joseph Noteboom, who they brought in free agency to essentially be the McCary swing tackle replacement, is starting at left tackle. Andrew Voorhees at left guard. Corey Bullock at center. He's going to try and win that backup job to Tyler Linderbaum. There's a door open right now. Daniel Fa'alele is your right guard tonight, at least for now. And Roger Rosengarten started at right tackle. And I believe as of right now, that was pregame in terms of what everything looked like with that combination for starting 5. And I believe that's still the case right now. I'll get that confirmed as soon as I can. Like the video on your way in. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get things going. Rasheen Ali is to Cooper Rush's left. He's in the backfield. It's 3rd and 2, and it's a pitch to him, and he picks up the first down. Well done for Rasheen, a former 5th-round pick out of Marshall. Struggled to stay available throughout his start in the NFL, but he's somebody that's going to be scratching and clawing for an opportunity. There's Todd Monken, Ravens offensive coordinator. I would share my screen and show you the broadcast, but it would be taken down by YouTube, so I'm not going to do that. Appreciate you for understanding. 1st and 10, over 10 minutes to go in this opening quarter of preseason football. Cooper Rush drops back to pass and hits his man, and it's Tyler Wallace. I think he's a 53-man roster lock. He's somebody that has got big playability. He's shown that both in the return game and with timely catches and big moments over his time, albeit a small sample size. Number 16 deserves a spot on this roster. I think he's absolutely safe, but expect him to get after it in preseason play. Stacked bunch in the back, including Keaton Mitchell. Let's see what Cooper Rush does on 2nd and 1, and it's a handoff to Keaton. He's got more room to run, and here goes Keaton with a big chunk. And, oh, my God, and if not for a shoestring tackle by Indianapolis, he might have been gone. Keaton Mitchell getting after it. Look out for number 34. I have no idea what kind of opportunity he's going to get come regular season play, but tonight he's looking good. He's looking like he's got his bounce back in that step as he has claimed. Right? He's been the one to note that. 20-plus yard gain for Keaton, and there he goes. It's 1st and 10. Baltimore is at Indianapolis's 29-yard line, and they're driving here on their 2nd possession. Cooper Rush under duress, and he finds Charlie Kohler for a gain. Rod Woodson giving Charlie a little bit of love right now. Charlie expected, obviously, to have a big role with Isaiah Likely down for the foreseeable future. Of course, Mark Andrews will continue to be tight end 1, as he should be. But Charlie coming out of Iowa State, I think he's going to have an opportunity to kind of remind everybody, dude still got it. 2nd and 3, the give is to Keaton Mitchell, and another massive hole, and he takes it to the house. Number 34 just carved up the Colts defense. And the Ravens take an early lead. It's 6-3 pending Tyler Luke's extra points. Oh, baby. Keaton Mitchell, boy, is looking good. And yeah, you hate to be here. You hate to sit here and be like, look at Keaton, look at Keaton. I get it. He's going up against second and third stringers for the most part. They got starters out there as well. This is their first and second possession. It's the first quarter. There goes Keaton. And Tyler Luke's first PAT as a Baltimore Raven. It's like you guys are a little bit ahead of me. At least Lewis is. And Tyler Luke, it's a nice snap, a nice hold. And right down the middle goes Tyler Luke for his first PAT as a Baltimore Raven. It's 7-3 Ravens. Here early on in the first quarter, big drive from Keaton Mitchell. Hopefully they just play him for a little bit here in this opening quarter. I think we'll have seen enough by the end of this first quarter, and you want to keep that lightning that he is healthy as much as you possibly can. Commercial break for WBAL, so that allows me to tell you about Circa Las Vegas Resort and the Ultimate Contest weekend coming up August 21st to the 23rd, and I cannot wait to be out there. My buddy Jake Asman will be at the conference. We're going to be hanging out. And hey, consider entering into either the Circa Million or Circa Survivor contest. That'll allow you to participate in Circa's Ultimate Contest weekend. And look at all the events they have lined up for you. On Thursday, the 21st, they'll host Radio Row in the Galaxy Ballroom from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Over 30 outlets, including this show, will broadcast radio, podcasts, and more. Any participant in contest weekend will be invited to come watch all of the broadcasts. And then from 6:30 to 9 that same day, the cocktail party and the meet and greet goes down. You can hang out with CEO Derek Stevens of Circa Sports, Vice President of Operations for Circa, the D and Golden Gate Mike Palm, media members, and various Circa Million and Circa Survivor winners from years past. It's going to be an awesome time. And literally, that's just the beginning of all these events that they have going for you. Friday, the 22nd, Stadium Swim. There's an open bar from 10 to 4 p.m. I don't know if you guys have heard of Circa Resort and Casino, but I would love for you guys to check it out. I will be out there. And just in case you haven't checked out, let's go. Let's see. Where is Stadium Swim? Take a look as the replay of Keaton Mitchell, boy, shows just he's got that pep in his step back. This is Stadium Swim right here. It is a sports fan's dream. It's the biggest football contest in Vegas, and it's all going down later this month. Go visit the show notes or circasports.com to learn more. 7-3 Ravens. Thanks for being with me. Thinking about doing a little bit of play-by-play to kick things off tonight. Jerry Sandusky and Rod Woodson talking about rookie kicker Tyler Luke, who, of course, obviously, there's been no question about his leg strength. It's about the consistency. It's about the discipline, and it's about how he manages this upcoming transition to the NFL. Okay, Jalen Armour-Davis now defensively on the outside. TJ Tampa on the opposite. Trenton Simpson and Teddy Buchanan in the middle part of Baltimore's defense. And it's a carry for Indianapolis. Maybe a yard by Goodens. Aeneas Peebles out there up front. David Ajabo out there as well, of course, trying to find his way out of this 53-man roster. That's DJ Giddens, one of their rookies. Anthony Richardson back out for his second possession. Just after 7:30, over 7:30, I should say, left in this opening quarter of preseason football. Let's see what this Ravens defense can do. David Ajabo comes flying off the left edge and sacks Anthony Richardson, and I swear he might have been untouched. Big time play from number 90, and that is what he's going to want to put on tape should he want to make this roster. And it was pretty much a blown assignment there by Indy. Straight up free and a free opportunity for Ajabo to hammer Anthony Richardson, and that's exactly what he did. It's a big loss for Indy. It's 3rd and 19 now for the Colts, and a nice start for the Ravens defense. 7-3 early on in this opening quarter, and Giddens gets the carry for maybe 4 or 5. So well done for David Ajabo. I mean, he literally, all he had to do was just pursue the quarterback, but well done. That's got to feel good. Aeneas Peebles on his way out. CJ Ravenel on his way off the field. Zach Orr loving what he's seeing. And now Jake Hummel and David Ajabo will stay on for this punt formation. Doing a little bit of everything is Ajabo here to start off this preseason game, both special teams and getting after it with a ferocious sack. Here comes the punt. And here's Leonte Wester getting his first opportunity as a punt return specialist, showing some nice agility here in field vision. And there goes Leonte up the right-hand side for a nice gain. Turned nothing into something. There goes 83, showing what he can do. Look out. Look out. This is what the Ravens want in Leonte Wester. He showed a little bit of pop, didn't he? He showed a little bit of pop. That is what they're looking for in Leonte Wester. A day 3 pick out of Colorado, somebody that is super speedy. Yes, he is slender. Yes, he is undersized, but the Ravens have a door open right now, and they certainly did last year. They were unsettled at return specialist, and perhaps he can be their answer. Leonte right there. Again, that play was going nowhere fast. Spacing was a problem. He had nowhere to go, and yet he finds an opportunity and a hole and took it. Well done for Leonte. And what was it? A 17-yard? NFL.com has it at 17 yards was his return. Sanchez, 39-yard punt for Indianapolis. And that is where we stand right now in this opening quarter. Ravens football. 1 month from tonight, of course, regular season football returns. It's the Ravens and Bills. Sarah and I will be live coming up tomorrow, by the way. We will react accordingly to what takes place in preseason football tonight. If you could, on the way in, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Hit that notification bell. Do all those things that make this channel go. You can click on the link in the show notes and as a pinned comment right now if you're interested in learning more about contest weekend, the ultimate contest weekend at Circa Las Vegas Resort coming up August 21st to the 23rd. Lewis, you're a little bit ahead of us. It's okay. I like a good teaser. I'm on the WBALNFL.com stream, so it might just be a timing thing. Anthony Richardson, boy. Trainers looked at him after that Ajabo hit. Looks like he's going to be all right, but Ajabo got a good lick on Anthony Richardson. Back to gameplay we go. Telling you. Ravens may have found something there. Hey, how about on that touchdown drive for the Ravens? Keaton Mitchell accounted for 77 yards. He had 25 on the kickoff return. And then had big chunk yards, big chunk runs, 2 of 20 plus, a 5-yarder and a 2-yarder. That'll do. Well done, Keaton Mitchell. And off we go. Cooper Rush's 3rd possession of the evening. He passes it to Rasheen Ali, and that play was going nowhere fast. Rasheen couldn't quite grab that. And it was a quick dump off from Cooper Rush. It's going to be 2nd and 10 with 5:57 to go in this opening quarter of play. Mr. Solo Dolo's in town. What's up, brother? Yeah, obviously everybody wants health to be sustained. There's Lamar in his preseason streak clothes, a two-time NFL MVP, should be three-time. Always looking iced out. That's what Lamar does, and it's a carry for Rasheen, and he's taken out in the backfield, probably for a loss of 2 or 3. It's going to take a big chunk play here to move the chains for Cooper Rush and company. Devontae Walker out there, number 81, somebody to look out for who's had a solid start to camp, as he did last year, garnering a lot of attention within this fan base. He's on the left-hand side, bottom of your screen. And now Cooper Rush with Rasheen Ali to his right, 3rd and 11. Let's see what he does. Sacked, and that play was dead from the beginning. 2 Colts coming flying through Baltimore's offensive line, and that right there was a disastrous possession for the Ravens offense. Not great. Not great protection there on the right-hand side. Roger Rosengarten got beat. Great rep there for the right-hand side of the offensive line. It's 4th and 20, and Jordan Stout will come out to punt. Over 4:40 to go in this opening quarter. Nice, solid punt here for Stout. And the first one there was Devontae Walker, but he whiffs. Nick Moore tries. He whiffs. And finally, from behind is Bo Braid. A Maryland Terp trying to make this 53-man roster for the 2nd consecutive season is there on the special teams tackle. And that brings us to a commercial break. Thank you guys for being here today. A little bit of play-by-play. Why not? It's Ravens Colts. It's preseason football. And for the first time in 6+ months, we got actual football to discuss. Like the video on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified of when I'm dropping my daily live content. The ultimate contest weekend is coming up at Circa Las Vegas Resort and Casino, and I'm thrilled to be out there yet again. This will be the 2nd time in 3 years that I've been to Vegas, and you can enter into either the Circa Million or Circa Survivor contest to participate in Circa's ultimate contest weekend. There are a slew of events, all of which can be found by visiting the show notes or just going to circasports.com. I also have that link pinned in the live chat. And what do you think I'm going to be doing when I get my first free time while out at Circa? I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making a reservation with my pal Jake and going to Stadium Swim. Look at Stadium Swim. Yeah. It's a sports fan's dream. It is literally heaven. There it is. It's about 10 minutes off the strip. 108 degrees there right now. 94 degrees with the water temp. So, yeah. Get ready for the heat. Get ready for Vegas. It's coming up later this month. I look forward to partnering up yet again with Circa Sports. It's an awesome time. The Radio Row events, by the way, are some of my favorite. But here you have it. It's a 4,000 person capacity. Wow. This is awesome. 6 screens. Or I guess there's swimming. There's everything. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. Go check it out. Learn more in the show notes. Back to preseason football we go. Ooh. You guys hear that? So Anthony Richardson, the plan was for the Colts to play him for a good chunk of this opening half, at least a quarter. But after just a couple possessions, David Ajabo may very well have taken him out of this game. So Daniel Jones, longtime New York Giant, spent part of last year with Minnesota, is now under center for the Colts, and his first pass is completed. TJ Tampa is there in coverage. Tyler Warren, the Penn State tight end, absolute beast, 84. Will Rozier let me know that Fa'alele got blown up on that play. Maybe I misread that just because I can't. It's hard for me to look at all the screens at once, but I thought it was Rosengarten that got beat, but maybe it was a combination of the two or just Fa'alele. Here's Daniel Jones yet again, and it was nearly picked off. Sanusi Kane was right there. Excuse me, I misspoke. That's Bal Kone. That's 31, Bal Kone. Almost had a chance to pick that thing off. Day 3 pick. Sarah and I had a chance to interview him earlier this offseason, and now it's 2nd and 10 for Daniel Jones and the Colts. And Giddens gets the handoff. Ravens defensive front takes care of business. It's a short gain, a 2-yard run. Jake Hummel getting some run at inside linebacker. They brought him in to be Chris Board's special teams replacement, but he's also an ILB, so that'll be something to watch. Teddy Buchanan getting some run here early as well. It's 3rd and 8 with over 3 minutes left to go in this opening quarter. Bal Kone out there at corner on the bottom of your screen. Daniel Jones steps up, and he is sacked. Adisa Isaac was in on that. Mike Green was there. Who are they going to give it to? It converged. Multiple players got to Daniel Jones. And I think it was Adisa Isaac that got him from the right ankle. So well done. A second-year player out of Penn State trying to earn his keep on this 53-man roster. Was injured much throughout last year, and Indianapolis is forced to punt on 4th and 18. And look who it is. It's Leonte Wester. It's his second opportunity. It's a clean catch for Leonte. And here he goes. There goes 83. Leonte Wester. He's got some room. Leonte Wester to the house. 83 is going to take it home in his second opportunity. 83. Welcome to Baltimore. Are you kidding me? Leonte Wester, baby. He was a day 3 pick for this Ravens team. They liked his shiftiness. They liked his return ability. And boy, oh boy, the NFL world just had a chance to be introduced to number 83, Leonte Wester. I think we can put this return specialist battle to bed. It's his job. I've seen enough. Tyler Loop out for the PAT. Goodness gracious. Yes, they do. Jerry Sandusky is on the exact same page I am. The Ravens have themselves a new punt returner, and Tyler Loop sneaks it in that left upright. But my goodness, wow. Look at the replay and look at the vision. He starts off thinking left and then goes right, breaks a couple tackles, and takes that thing to the house. There he goes. And the most unsettled position last year in Baltimore now appears to be settled here in the early going in the summer. 83, one of the most unassuming, slender, small players that you will see, takes it to the house. And look at that celebration. 83 to the house. Wow. Anthony Richardson is out for the rest of the game with what the Colts are calling a finger injury, and it's an 87-yard touchdown return and punt return touchdown for Leonte Wester. A 6th-round pick, showed great vision, the explosiveness, the shiftiness. Look at him. He knows it, too, on the sideline. Oh, baby. What a beginning to Leonte Wester's career in Baltimore. Randy Brown, special teams consultant, giving Leonte some love. And one last replay of Leonte bursting onto the scene in Baltimore. This was going nowhere fast, just like his first return. Look at the vision. Look at the breaking of tackles. Look at the explosiveness. It's straight line speed once he got to the 45, and he was gone just like that. Wow. Mm, wow. First and 10 for the Colts. It's Daniel Jones. Again, Anthony Richardson is out of this game, and his security blanket is Tyler Warren. That's a big gain for the rookie out of Penn State. It's 3rd and 2 for the Colts with just over a minute to go in this opening quarter of preseason football. They convert the first down. Just getting a tweet out there about Leonte Wester trying to do a little bit of both. Man, the vision on that was something else. Trenton Simpson back in for the Ravens. Malachi Starks is no longer out on the field, so his day might be over. And if that's the case, I'm not going to argue with that whatsoever. So it's Simpson and Buchanan in the middle part of the field. Bal Kone is out there as well. And A.D. Mitchell takes advantage of the rookie. Colts driving with Daniel Jones and company. Nice play made there by Sanusi Kane, 21, a pass breakup on the near side. One of the players that I wanted to be watching tonight. Sanusi, a 7th-round pick from 2024 out of Purdue. So 2nd and 10 for the Colts, waning seconds of this opening quarter of preseason play, and Daniel Jones takes it from the shotgun, and that is going nowhere in the bag. A.D. Mitchell was the closest to that football. T.J. Tampa in coverage. From what you guys are doing, because I'm doing a little bit of everything tonight in terms of play-by-play, is Lele getting worked? Meltrap's talking about it. Others are talking about it. Has Lele gotten worked tonight? Talk to me in the live chat about that. Third and 10 in the red zone are the Colts. A 4-man front for the Ravens, including Adisa Isaac. And that is incomplete. There was contact on the right-hand side. Bal Kone is down. Bo Braid's checking on him. And the 6th-rounder appears to be reaching for his left leg. Training staff is immediately out there to check on Bal Kone. Hopefully he's okay, but he seems to be wincing and in pain right now on the field. Well, Hopefully Bilal's doing okay. You just heard that from Jerry Sandusky. Open up the guest lines. Share a thought with me on this opening quarter of preseason play. The guest lines are open. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know where you're at, particularly when it comes to Leonte Wester, because that was an exceptional start to his career. Yes, it's preseason, but I've already seen 2 positive returns in 2 sample sizes for Leonte Wester, the rookie out of Colorado, and a day 3 pick. Bal Kone appears to be dealing with something leg related, and it looks like for those that are on the scene, the cart's coming out for Bal Kone. What a shame. Oh, trainers are putting an air cast on the right leg of Kone. The cart's coming out, according to Jamison Hensley. What a shame. Again, we had a chance to interview him. What a prideful guy. Awesome dude. A day 3 developmental cornerback for the Ravens. Got to go back to April for that. And what a career he had in college, just all over the place. Covered great ground. Started at a community college, Iowa Central. He then transferred to Indiana State and then spent his last 2 seasons at Western Michigan. 6'1", 190. Grew up in Minnesota. He's just a great, great dude. Sarah and I had great joy getting to know him. And it sort of looks like his rookie year is in danger of being over before it really even started. Bal Kone, rookie cornerback, down and out. We'll wait for an update. But again, those that are at the game, let's get an update from Jerry now. Oh, there goes the cart. Jeff Zarebek noting that John Harbaugh kneeled. He knelt next to the rookie. He had his left leg in an air cast, and then head athletic trainer Adrian Dixon whispered something to Harbaugh, and he immediately put his hand near his face. Cannot mean good things for Bal Kone. Prayers up for the rookie. Think the world of him. Wish the best for him, and hopefully he'll recover in due time with whatever it is that he's dealing with. It is clearly a lower body significant injury. Best wishes to Bal Kone. Thanks for being with me tonight, guys. Guest lines are open. King Judah, let's get you in here in just a second. I do want to get some thoughts on this opening quarter of preseason play. It's the Ravens and Colts. It's the first of 3. The other games will feature, of course, the Commanders week 3, week 2 in Dallas coming up over the next couple weeks. And, of course, 1 month from today, it's Ravens-Bills and a rematch. And I'll go to you, Judah, at the end of this opening quarter. There's 9 seconds left just so that we're covering everything. I expect this to be fielded and let the time run out at the end of this opening frame. So, again, if you're just tuning in, Bal Kone down after making a stop on 3rd down. And there goes Keaton Mitchell. Oh, God, I kind of want to get him out of the game, man. Get 34 out of the game. I've seen enough. I've seen absolutely enough. End of the first quarter, so let's go to the guest lines. If you'd like to call, you can do so by clicking on the link that I just dropped into the live chat. I'll do it again. Would love for you to join me. Tonight's episode is brought to you by my friends at Circa Las Vegas Resort and the Ultimate Contest Weekend coming up August 21st through the 23rd at Circa, just 10 minutes off the Strip in Nevada. Looking forward to that. Devin Leary has entered into the game, and he hands it off to Keaton Mitchell for another big game. And my God, is Keaton Mitchell playing some good football tonight, which reminds me, and I'll reiterate it again, get him out of this game. Get him out of the game. He looks great. He's so back. He's got nothing else to prove. Not at all. Judah, talk to me, brother. Good to see you tonight, my friend. What's going on?
Yeah, can you hear me? All right? Can you hear me?
You know it. You know it.
Okay, man. Listen, I just wanted to come on real quick and talk about what I'm seeing right now. I'm real happy about what's going on, but I do agree with you. Keaton Mitchell needs to come out the game. I think he's a proven commodity at this point. We don't, we just need to know that he's healthy. That's enough for us. We don't have to keep him in there at all. But I do want to talk about some of the disagreements within the Ravens flock, right? Some things that I want to kind of speak on. I remember last season when you had a lot of people when Keaton first came back off injury, they believed that Justice Hill did enough to keep that number 2 spot, right? And while I love Justice Hill, I do not believe by any stretch of the imagination that he's a better running back than Keaton Mitchell. I don't think anybody at this point.
He may not be, and I don't mean to cut you off, but he's more well-rounded. Keep going.
Yeah, so with that being said, that's something that has to be addressed and understood that Keaton Mitchell, for this team to function at its peak, we need the combination of Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell. That is our best bet for a Super Bowl run. That is our best bet to be operating at full strength, right? Leonte Wester, he's doing what I thought he would do. I'm glad he had a good that he's stepping out the way he did because he's been a proven return man since going way back to high school. I know a lot of people that know about him, but what he's doing now, don't think that this is just the lightning in a bottle. This is what he does. The Ravens brought him in for this reason. And I know a lot of people want to see him get on the field as far as making some catches, and that could happen, right? But make no mistake, the Ravens drafted him to be a return man. We struggled to have good returns last season, and this is why he was brought in. You know what I mean? But all in all, I'm liking what I'm seeing. The secondary looking kind of shaky though, bro. Like they not sticking any of these receivers, especially their tight end. And there may be more on the linebackers, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the second string secondary.
I'm unmuting the broadcast, Judah, just for starters, because we're back into second quarter play. I appreciate you for being here. I want you to hang with me for a little while longer. I think you made some good points there. To me, when it comes to Justice Hill, he's the more well-rounded player. He's going to give you more reliable blitz pickup, for example, than Keaton will. But obviously, Keaton's going to give you more lightning to Derrick Henry's thunder, and I think that's why they want to get him involved. You got to get him involved. I mean, look, he's still out there, first of all, to start out the second quarter, which I'm sure he's pushing for to earn the opportunity to knock on that door to compete with Justice Hill for RB2 type of reps. He looks amazing. I mean, Keaton looks exactly the way that he told us over draft weekend. What did he tell us? He told us, Sarah, Bobby, he didn't say our names, but when we had him on for an hour, he said, it's going to be a movie. It's so far a movie tonight for him. It's 1st and 10, Judah, opening seconds of this second quarter, and Keaton Mitchell again in the backfield. Devin Leary is now in the game. So I assume between the 2 or 3 quarterbacks that they have available to them, looks like Cooper Rush's night is done unless they give him the beginning of the second half. There's D-Hop on the sideline there. Devin Leary's pass is incomplete. There's a flag on the play. What other thoughts you got for me?
Yeah, so with that being said, like I said, I don't have nothing against Justice Hill at all, but I played football, Bob. I don't know how many people did. This is not about having, your picks and your favorites. This is all about putting the best player on the field. And again, Justice Hill may be better overall, and I give you that he may be a better pass blocker, right? But I just do believe that in the course of a game, having Keaton Mitchell on the field more than Justice Hill bodes better for the Ravens long term. I think from anywhere on the field, Keaton Mitchell can score. Justice Hill, you can't say the same for Justice Hill. He can't score from anywhere on the field. I mean, he's capable, but I just believe that Keaton Mitchell is a proven commodity that if you give him the ball, whether you're starting you're on the goal line 1 yard away from the end zone, or if you start 99 yards away, Keaton Mitchell can score.
There's not a spot on the field. Here goes Rasheen Ali showing some nice agility, the former 5th-round pick out of Marshall, with a nice positive gain right there. It's 14-6 Ravens over the Colts right now, opening minute of the second quarter of this preseason game. You make good points, Judah. I think as much as Todd Monken wants to talk about it from a coaches speak standpoint, right, and I expect that'll continue, maybe some of this is gamemanship. Maybe Keaton will have a bigger role in the screen game, in the return game, in some of the eye candy game, and some of the switcheroo gadget stuff that they'll do in the backfield. And if that's the case, you're not kidding. There is not a blade of grass on the field that Keaton Mitchell cannot give you a house call from. We already saw it tonight to the house. And here he is again for a yard or two. It's a third down coming up for the Ravens. Preseason football. The guest lines are open. Give me a final thought before you jump, brother.
Oh, man, look, I'm going to just finish watching this game. I know eventually they're going to start rotating third stringers in. I'm probably not going to be entertained for long, but I'm going to sit here and see how long I watch it. I'm hoping to see some Tez Walker. I don't understand why they not open up this playbook. It's preseason. We up a couple scores. Why not start letting the ball rip? Let us see what the quarterback can do.
I got you. He's been out there a little bit, but we haven't seen much as Ali is stuffed right before the line by several Colts, and that was on 3rd and 1. So it will be 4th down, and that should give Tyler Loop the opportunity. What's going on here? Okay, 4th and 1. Harbaugh's giving the crowd what it wants. Later, Judah. Julian will come to you in just a second. The guest line is open. And on 4th and 1, Devin Leary's got the quarterback sneak. Does he have the push? Yes, he does. It's a 1st down as Dayton Wade points to the Ravens end zone. Joseph Noteboom is still out there. He's the swing tackle they brought in free agency. And other than him, not a lot of recognizable offensive linemen out there right now, meaning a lot of reserves. First quarter, you saw some starters like Rosengarten, like Voorhees. Now you're getting a lot of reserves out there, and that's probably smart. Devin Leary, 1st and 10, inside his own 35-yard line, hands it off to Rasheen Ali, and he maybe gets a yard. What's going on, Joel? Good to see you, brother.
They did not have base maps. Hey, Bobby, what's going on? Hold up, let me pause that. Just wanted to send my thoughts to Kone, our cornerback that got hurt. I guess they call it an ACL, maybe. That's what it looked like on that last play when he was hurt. So send my thoughts and prayers to him. Hopefully, he gets better. But looks like his season could be over for this season.
Before it even really started. Yeah. Before it even really started. Devin Leary airs it out to Devontae Walker, who catches it cleanly. There's a flag on the play. It looked like he was out of bounds. There's 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Devontae gets his first target. And by the way, the likes of Carson Vinson, the rookie, Ben DPI, Corey Bullock, Darian Dalcourt, Noteboom make up this offensive line. Nice catch, an acrobatic catch by Devontae Walker, and it's a flag on the defense.
Right. I seen it. Yeah, they call DPI on defense.
So DPI, look at Devontae. The catch does not count.
Right. But
that's a nice concentration catch there from Devontae Walker.
Right, exactly. I mean, he's been showing up in camp, man. He definitely wants a spot on his team. I definitely can see him taking a spot. And also, I wanted to address the elephant in the room. Daniel Falele, I'm done with the experiment with him. I'm over it. I'm done and over with that guy. I've seen enough. I don't know what Harbaugh's infatuation with him being there, but I seen a tape that Cole Jackson on Twitter. I think it was one of the tapes that he showed of Falele just getting bull rushed like by this dude. I think they say, oh, he tripped over somebody. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to say that, but like he didn't set his feet right, and he didn't have any type of leverage, and he just got bull rushed by that guy. So I'm not with it.
A couple tough reps there. Another one intended for Devontae Walker. A couple of tough reps for Falele tonight. I'll have to go back and watch some of the tape since I've been multitasking. But that one was fired high by Devin Leary. Again, intended for the second-year wide receiver at a UNC. 81. He's had a solid start to camp, has Devontae Walker. He's a solid special teamer. And he just had an acrobatic catch. Defensive pass interference was called. It extends the Ravens' drive. Leary went back to him on the corner right side of the end zone, and now it's 3rd and 10. Let's see what happens. Rasheen Ali in the backfield. Devin Leary gets the football. Let's see who he's looking for.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's what you were reacting to. I might be reacting to from behind. It's an interception for Leary. He panicked.
He threw it right to him, Bobby.
And threw it right to him. So Devin Leary throws a pick.
Bad. I wasn't impressed with Devin Leary with that pick either. I didn't. That's one of the picks I did not agree with ADC on when he
No.
made that pick. I was just like, okay, you wanted a quarterback, okay, but he's not it, and that's showing right there. So
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Let's stay time on task though in terms of what matters, right? Because we
Yes.
know that by them going to bring in bring in Cooper Rush in free agency, that told you what they felt they had in their room. They let Josh Johnson walk, of course. They Emory Jones, remember Emory Jones? He's no longer with the organization, although there is another Emory Jones who's trying to get back onto the field, one of their rookie tackles from LSU, who the days keep kind of going and going and going on him, and it's getting closer and closer to the start of the regular season, and he has yet to participate because of that shoulder setback. But I'm talking about Emory Jones, the past quarterback. I think his last name was Jones. Anyway, he's no longer with the organization. Devin Leary clearly is not the answer, as we've seen so far tonight, and we've seen last preseason. So they went and got Cooper Rush. Yes, his first throw as a Raven was an interception, but it's preseason play. Clearly, they're not going to need him, knock on wood, should Lamar continue to stay healthy. And we know that, as he showed in Dallas, he is one of the more capable backups in this league. But more importantly, Julian, I want to get your thought on this before I let you go. The Ravens tonight certainly feel like, after literally a quarter of play, that they can go home and check off one big box that wasn't able to be checked last year, and that's return specialist. Because Leonte Wester, not just with his first opportunity that he got, but with his second that was a house call, certainly has proven that he is what they evaluated him as, and the hype is real when it comes to him and his return game, his vision, his explosiveness, his ability to break tackles. I mean, what an exceptional start to his career.
Absolutely, Bobby. I agree 100%. I mean, this kid just burst onto the scene just real quick. Like those two plays. I mean, the first one, like you just knew, okay, he was gonna break the second one if he has the opportunity, and he did. Like he solidified the job right there. That's it right there. Because we've been searching for that type of guy for a while I'll say since Jacoby Jones passed, great Jacoby Jones, but since him. So it's been a while since we've seen that type of burst. So he reminds me a little bit of, I'll say, Jermaine Lewis a little bit, from the 2000 Ravens team. Just a little bit of that. I see glimpses of that, but yeah, he solidified that. I don't think we need to see any more, but he might get some more reps in the next coming games. But yeah, he's definitely good. And Mike Green too. I mean, how many times we gotta keep talking about this guy? Like,
well, here's Mike right here on 1st and 10 on the right-hand side of that defensive front, number 45. So watch out for him. He's still in the game right now with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, Leonte Wester has showed up and showed out with a house call on his second ever opportunity as a punt return specialist for the Ravens. He had a very successful first return as well for them, positive yardage. I believe it was 17 first, then a house call that literally was turning nothing into something. So a great start for Leonte Wester. Keaton Mitchell has more than looked the part at running back, and now the Ravens trying to make them feel good about their performance tonight as well. Again, Mike Green is still out on the field, as are TJ Tampa, Sanusi Kane, a bunch of other young guns. Give me a final thought, brother, before you bounce.
all right, final thought. I like what I'm seeing. Again, I will say it again. Falele, I'm done with that experiment. And I think all the fan bases feeling the same way. Would like to see more of better coverage with the cornerbacks, but so far, all in all, it looks good. I like what I'm seeing from the return game. Keaton Mitchell obviously is back, and the pass rush is looking really good. The pass is looking really excellent. So all in all, I'm expecting good things from this Ravens team this year. I'm really excited where everything is going. So
all right, brother.
I'll leave you with that, Bobby.
Man. Lamar catching up with Evan Washburn right now as a sideline interview.
Oh.
We'll talk to you soon, Joel. There he is. Lamar, never not iced out in preseason, right? The wardrobe never disappoints. And Evan Washburn from CBS, sideline interviewing Lamar right now. Big Big play comes up short there on the right-hand side. TJ Tampa was in on it. Daniel Jones delivered that football. Incomplete. You guys can hear this, can't you? Oh, classic Lamar. Look at him. You guys can't hear Lamar? Sorry about that. I was just listening to Lamar. Classic. 3rd and 10, over 8 to go in this second quarter of preseason football. Daniel Jones drops back, and he had his man, A.D. Mitchell, but Jalen Armour Davis was there. A nice pass breakup for number 5. Put some good stuff on tape tonight as JAD. He is scratching and clawing for 53-man roster spot. Back to the guest lines we go. Appreciate you guys for being with me tonight. Over 700 concurrently watching between YouTube and Twitter. Like the video on your way in. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You guys know the drill. Punt coming up for the Colts. Let's see if Leonte gets another opportunity to return on the other end, or have they seen enough from him? There he is. 83, another cleanly fielded punt, and this time they get him. 5-yard return for Leonte Wester. He has been the star of the night with Keaton Mitchell. Dre has been a star in his own right because I think he thinks he's love doctor for me.
Hold on, let me step outside. Hold on.
You do that. We'll get to Manny first. What's up, brother, down in Mexico?
Hey, what's up?
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal?
Okay, yeah. That's good Spanish.
Good to see you, brother. Talk to me tonight. Lots to talk about so far through a quarter and a half.
Well, you said that you wanted to see Kone. Well, Kone is not available anymore.
I wanted Sanusi. I wanted to see Sanusi.
Oh.
I've seen Sanusi. And unfortunately, we didn't see much of Bilal because, as you just sort of alluded to, he got carted off the field in an air cast, left leg. So does not look good for the day 3 pick out of Western Michigan. Wish him well. It was a crowded room. You knew that it was bound to have something happen to that room with how crowded it was and is. So best wishes to Kone.
Yep, best wishes. I mean, let's hope it's nothing serious. It's just a strain. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's just the pain is too much that you cannot diagnose it at the moment. That's why you need to go to the hospital and check it. But let's just hope it's just like strain, because we're going to need everyone of second team, third team, fourth team. So,
yeah. Look, here's how I'm going to summarize the night, and then I'll give it to you. To me, it's pretty simple. Devin Leary's not going to make this team. He may not even have a practice squad spot, to be honest with you, based on what they've seen. Who knows? He's got more preseason play in front of him. It was a very small sample size tonight. But clearly, Cooper Rush is your backup. They paid him to be that, exactly.
Yep.
And based on what he's done in Dallas, he's the guy to back up Lamar. We know that he's put good tape out there on film. Keaton Mitchell is the guy. And back to being his past guy or his past self from a couple years ago prior to that ACL in December of 2023. Tonight, 9 attempts, 68 yards. That average is out at 7.6 per carry and a touchdown. It was a house call. He's got his moves back. He's got his agility back. He's got his bounce back, speed back. His vision's never left. 34 looks great. They're going to have to find a way to keep him involved one way or the other, whether it's through special teams, screen game, carries here and there. 34 looks fantastic. Leonte Wester, we've talked about him. He's probably the star of the night. And then outside of that, there's been some flashes. David Ojabo got a clean rep and knocked Anthony Richardson out of the game. Maybe we should talk about that because Literally, it was a total blown assignment by the right-hand side of the line. Yeah. Nobody was chipping. Nobody was even remotely close to Ojabo, who got a free run at Anthony Richardson. So it's probably going to be Daniel Jones the rest of the way. So if you're DJ, you're thinking, I'm in a position battle right now. Like this is gold. Like this is my golden ticket. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Feel free to piggyback.
And it's also easy for him because it's only, if I remember correctly, the roster of the Colts, it's only Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, and that's it. They got no backups. So you got, quote unquote, 2 starters fighting to see who's going to be number 1 and then who's going to be number 2. But I mean, I know we're not speaking about the Colts. We're not Colts fans, but organizationally, only have 2 QBs, like no backup. Like, okay, let's say this is the regular season. Richardson is out for this game and the next one. Who's going to back up Daniel Jones in case something happens?
Yeah, I have to look at their depth chart in terms of whether or not anybody's behind them, but that does ring a bell. So they better hope that there's other people out there. They got Riley Leonard and Jason Bean. Riley Leonard's from Notre Dame. So they got other players that are on the 90-man roster. So they're fine. But that's where things are at.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Hey, Ojabo, piggybacking about that Ojabo hit, he's on a contract year. If I remember correctly, also Adisa is up for contract.
Is only year 2 for Adisa, so he's chilling. Ajabo's obviously got a lot to prove. His rookie contract window, to your point, coming down to the wire here, and just hasn't shown a whole lot based on availability, based on inconsistency. So at least he gets a nice free rein for a confidence boost, right? But he's going to have to show more than that. I think we all know.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing about Mike Green. He's almost getting there, but right now, like I'm seeing, the Colts are adjusting because they know he's coming fast, so they're going to get the ball somewhere else, like faster, either in a pass or in a rush. And like Julian said, I'm done with the Falala experiment.
On 3rd and 10, let me interrupt you here. On 3rd and 10, a pass intended for Dayton Wade is broken up. And so the Ravens offense, if not for Keaton, if not for Leonte on special teams, going nowhere fast. It's been ugly for both Cooper Rush and Devin Leary tonight. Really is just been Keaton Mitchell. Big gains in that first quarter. And now Jordan Stout's out to punt. So, again, not a surprise. We've seen this in recent seasons, preseason-wise, and then it looks, night and day a month from now. So I'm not going to sit here and make any blanket statements, but this is getting ugly, and this stream will be ending at some point soon.
Yeah, but how is it? Because I understand, okay, the first drive, the Colts are playing their defensive starter D-line. But how is it that down the road that it's the second team? You're getting bull rushed. You're getting pushed around. You're supposed to be the starter for this line. You're supposed to be going against Von Miller's not on the Bills anymore. But you're going to Myles Garrett. Then you go Aiden Hutchinson on Monday night. Then you go Chris Jones, Kansas City. I can go on a list, and you're getting pushed around by a second-tier defensive line from the Colts.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on. But this is not this personnel right here, this current lineup, not what they're going to be trotting out there week 1. That's the reality of it. You got to stay level-headed.
Let's hope that then in the next 2 preseason games he can actually correct those mistakes. But it's currently looking like you're going to need another right guard right behind Falala in order for him to actually feel the pressure. Like, hey, you might be the starter, but if you're not performing, guess who's coming to take your spot? And I don't think it's going to be Ben Cleveland. Ben Cleveland is going to claim that left guard spot with Voorhees.
Don't tell Rave Kingdom that. 2nd and 7 for the Colts. Daniel Jones is still in this game. The pressure is there. He's scrambling, flushed outside of the pocket, and floats it to his receiver. Oh, my goodness. Great play there by DJ. Even better there by Doolin, number 16 for the Colts.
No, that was ugly. They could have intercepted it, but instead they just went for the tackle.
Jabo got a decent run on the right-hand side, beat his man, but just couldn't quite wrap himself
Who was
around
there? Who's 25?
25.
Yeah, that was Jalen Armour Davis's ball. Now that I look at it, he should have just went for the ball, and Bo Braid should have just went for the tackle. But that's just chemistry and communication amongst the secondary.
A nice shoestring tackle nonetheless, though, for Bo Braid, putting some good stuff on tape tonight. Special teams as well. Trying to make the 53-man roster.
I haven't seen
for the second consecutive season. So that'll be something to watch.
And what number is Teddy, your guy?
Buchanan is hold, please. Derrick Henry now being interviewed by Evan Washburn. 40, number 40 is Mr. Teddy Buchanan.
Harrison's. I'm going to keep an eye on him. I mean, I play linebacker, so. But I did.
Let's see that big body in there. All right, brother.
All right. See
Good
you,
catching
Bobby.
up, Manny. Thanks for the call, dude. Talk to you soon. Thanks for being here, guys, tonight. King Henry currently being interviewed for a sideline gig here by Evan Washburn. Over 3 to go in this second quarter. It's preseason football. Like the video on your way in if you could. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all the things. You can consider becoming a channel member. Derek looking tired, but also super business-like. Guys, go visit the show notes. Click the link that's a live chat right now. Pin comment. Learn about the Ultimate Contest weekend coming up at Circa Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Looking forward to being out there August 21st to the 23rd. And Daniel Jones and the Colts driving right now. It's 2nd and 8. Converted on just a dump off for a few yards. Third and 4. Daniel Jones under. And it's a touchdown for the Colts, untouched, goes dueling into the end zone. And I think that's probably a good place to stay because I think it's a good place to stick a pin in it because, quite honestly, this is a defense that's looked atrocious at times tonight. And it's an offense that is barely moving the football, yet leads 14-6 thanks to big chunk runs on a couple drives by Keaton Mitchell and a house call for Leonte Wester. So there you have it. I think that'll do it, guys. Appreciate you for being with me tonight. If you could on the way out, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, consider supporting my brand sponsor, Circa Las Vegas Resort and Casino. If you'd like to become a channel member, it's buzzing right now. We're coming up on 1,000 new members, and it is free to join the Bobby Baltimore Discord server. And I just dropped the link in the show notes. On 3rd and 14, Daniel Jones airs it out. Closest Raven to that one was Jalen Armour Davis, and that'll bring out the kicking unit on an underwhelming night in Baltimore. It's family night at the bank, first of 3 preseason games. No starters, no headline players. That's just how it goes. Aside from Keaton Mitchell, and of course, the guy who just burst onto the scene in Leonte Wester. Here's the field goal try for Indianapolis. It's 4th and 14. Let's see what they do. Right down the middle. 14-9. And I think that's where we end it tonight. Sarah and I will be back with you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern on the Vault. Thank you guys for being here. Like the video on your way out. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and catch up with us at noon tomorrow.